Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Pelumi Dada. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 important books you should read during or before the end of the year. Meanwhile, if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please feel free to click on that subscribe button. Click on the like button on this video. I definitely would appreciate it. That being done, let's jump right into the video. First and foremost, I'd like to state the importance of reading. Now, I'm not talking about reading some random post on Facebook or Instagram or any other social media messaging platform. I'm talking about reading organized content from expert authors in any field. I'm talking about the importance of reading books. Reading expands our minds, it broadens our worldviews, it makes our minds full of ideas. Reading develops our imaginations, it helps us imagine things we could never have imagined on our own. Reading helps spur our creativity by getting the creative parts of our brains thinking when we ruminate over ideas. Reading can really inspire us when we are down and feeling unmotivated. Reading can help us improve our concentrations by getting our minds focused on one thing and be fully present in it. There is something important about reading. Our minds go over information very slowly to the point we're able to process them and they become part of us to make us who we want to be. The goal is not just to read books, but to get something out of those books. So whatever book you are reading or will be reading, be sure you are not just reading for reading's sake, but in fact you are getting something out of those books. So guys, these are the books I would recommend you to read at least once during or before the end of the year, which would drastically make a huge difference in your life. Book number 1, 168 Hours, You Have More Time Than You Think, written by Laura Vanderkam. So far, I believe this is the best time management book you can ever lay your hands upon. Laura Vanderkam points out in her book that everyone has 168 hours every week. And no matter how busy you are during the week, after you have worked and slept, out of those 168 hours, you still have much time left for what matters in your life. Laura tries to prove this in her book by sharing the results of her interviews and surveys on the time diaries of very busy individuals, some of whom were CEOs of organizations, homemakers and parents to children. Some were even engaged in some extracurricular activities, yet they still had plenty of time to sleep and time for what matters in their lives. If you are finding it difficult to manage time and you are always feeling overwhelmed with so much to do but not enough time, then this is one book I'd recommend you to read. Book number 2, Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is one book that has significantly influenced my life. This book is based on the fact that small habits, tiny habits, which we often overlook, add up to make us who we are and who we eventually become. James Clear, in his book, tries to shift the perspective of his readers from focusing on goals to focusing on the systems that actually get you to achieve those goals. For instance, if you want to become a reader, your goal may be to read at least one book every month. But you should not focus on that. Rather, you should focus on becoming a person who reads consistently. If you want to become a writer and your goal is to write a best-selling novel, your goal should in fact be to become a person who writes consistently. If you want to become a musician and your goal is to be able to perfectly play a new piece of music, what you should focus on should be your rehearsals and how often you practice playing that new piece of music. James Clear basically stresses out the fact that every action counts. Each time you write a page of an article, a book or a novel, you're a writer because a writer writes. Each time you practice playing a violin or any other musical instrument, you're a musician because a musician creates music. Each time you motivate and encourage someone, you're a leader because a leader leads. The book Atomic Habits will surprisingly help you overcome procrastination and stay motivated over the long run. This book will help you become more consistently creative, productive, and focused. If you are looking forward to breaking old habits and building new exciting habits, then I recommend this book to you. Book number 3, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance, written by Angela Duckworth. This book is a product of a research carried out by Angela Duckworth when she was in graduate school to become a psychologist. She wanted to find out what was the significant predictor of success in any individual in any sphere of life. She started to study kids and adults in super challenging situations and settings of life. And her question basically was, who is successful here and why? She came to the conclusion that becoming successful in life is not a function of talent or IQ, but a function of grit, which is the combination of passion and perseverance. Being able to passionately and perseveringly pursue and stick to a goal for a very long period of time, day in, day out. If you are looking forward to setting long-term goals and developing the passion and perseverance to stick to those goals until you achieve them, then I strongly recommend you to read this book. Book number 4, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. This book, written by Carol Dweck, gives us an insight to how our mindset influences our behaviors and our responses to success or failure. Carol Dweck was in fact the professor who developed the idea of the 2 basic kinds of mindset, the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. According to Dweck, those with fixed mindsets believe that their abilities and qualities are fixed, carved in stone, and no matter how they try, it will always remain the same and it cannot be changed. This category of people give up and quit at the slightest challenge because they think, what is the point trying if they are going to fail anyways? They do not see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. On the contrary, those with growth mindsets believe that human qualities such as intellectual skills, talents, and abilities can be developed and cultivated over time through effort and persistence. They are ready to take up challenges because they see it as exciting opportunities to learn and grow, and they are not afraid of failure. If you are looking forward to shifting your perspective from having a fixed mindset to having a growth mindset, then this is a masterpiece you must read. Last but not the least, book number 5, How to Win Friends and Influence People, written by Dale Carnegie. This book was written 60 years ago by Dale Carnegie and it has become popular ever since. This book teaches the art of communication and the fundamental techniques in dealing with people. If you're looking forward to developing your communication skills and your skill in interacting with people, then this is a very interesting book you must read. So guys, those are the books I'd recommend you to read before the end of the year. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What books have you read? What books do you recommend? What books will you be reading before the end of this year? I love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.